In countries with a fishing fleet, there will always be a risk of losing fishing gear. Today's modern fishing gear is made from materials which use a long time to degrade. Therefore, some fishing gear can continue to function on the seabed for a long time after it has been lost. This is called ghost fishing. The most common causes of losing equipment in Norway are broken ropes, buoy cut-off, and fishing gear taken by strong currents. This often results in permanent loss, with items left on the seabed for a long time. Norway has been at the forefront when it comes to solutions for the retrieval of ghost fishing gear. Over 600 kilometers of gill nets and a significant amount of other kinds of fishing equipment like pots, long lines, seines and wire have been removed from the seabed since 1980. The Norwegian FMC, or Fisheries Monitoring Centre, is the Directorate of Fisheries 24-hour watch centre, which monitors movements and reports from Norwegian and foreign fishing vessels. When Norwegian fishing vessels set and haul long lines, gill nets or pots, they are obliged to report necessary information to the Coast Guard. This information is accessible and can be downloaded at barentswatch.com. This information helps reduce the risk of collision and also the subsequent loss of gear. If a fisherman loses fishing gear in areas controlled by Norwegian authorities, they are obliged to report it. The Norwegian Directorate of Fisheries uses this information to plan and conduct their yearly retrieval survey. To conduct a retrieval survey, a commercial fishing vessel is hired based upon defined requirements. The hired vessel needs to be big enough to operate in bad weather and carry enough cargo to avoid unloading before the survey ends after 5 weeks. Since 2010, a large amount of the retrieved gear is delivered for recycling. However, this appears to be more challenging in the future due to increased requirements and cost for recycling of fishing gear. Therefore, work is being done to find complementary solutions. It is commonly believed that gear retrieval is done by dragging an anchor rig along large parts of the Norwegian coast. However, the procedure is in fact mainly done by towing the anchor rig at specific locations where fishermen have reported the loss of fishing gear. The operation is relatively accurate and the recovery rate of gill nets is about 80%. The retrieval work takes place at a depth range of between 50 to 1,000 meters. Attempts have also been conducted with the use of ROVs, or remotely operated underwater vehicles. This has proven both costly and time-consuming and did not provide the expected yield. The Norwegian Directorate of Fisheries has extensive experience in the recovery of lost fishing gear, and they are always on board the vessel during the surveys. This is to ensure 24 hours continuous operations, correct and efficient retrieval procedure, good cooperation with the crew on board, and ongoing fishing activities in the retrieval area. Therefore, it is important to have a survey leader who has continuous dialogue with the fishermen in order to prepare the area for the retrieval operation. Long lines are probably the least problematic in terms of ghost fishing, while gill nets and pots represent a significantly greater challenge towards both fish and shellfish. During the last few decades, only a few marine mammals and no seabirds have been registered found in equipment recovered during the retrieval survey. The amount of fish and shellfish found trapped varies with several factors. There is no comprehensive research on hidden taxation of fish stocks through ghost fishing, but it is still both unfortunate and unethical. Therefore, work is being done to find technical solutions that make it quicker and easier for fishermen to recover lost fishing gear. Other solutions in progress include equipment that becomes unfishable after a certain soaking time by the use of biodegradable materials. A vessel like this is rigged to handle the seines and trawls, but needs to be equipped with cranes and winches that can handle any fishing gear that's recovered. Sometimes, single fishing gear is hauled up easily, while other times these are a tangled mess of one or several items that need to be separated. Sorting of lost equipment types is important for further handling. All organic matter such as fish, shellfish, seaweed, various types of algae and other growths are separated from the fishing gear before it can be prepared for recycling. Overgrown fishing gear where removal is impossible goes as normal waste, and in some cases special waste. Materials suitable for recycling are packed in large bags for easier handling, whilst unloading the vessel for further transport. The rest are put into containers for regular waste treatment. The fishing industry is one of several contributors to marine littering. In Norway, industry and government cooperate well regarding these challenges, but we all have a responsibility to help keep our seas clean. In Norway, commercial fishermen are required by law to report lost fishing gear. This increases the efficiency of retrieval surveys and therefore reduces the amount of remaining fishing gear and ghost fishing.